I've got a treat for you today. Here's a tune from an absolutely legendary bluesman. Robert Cray is a master at coming up with bluesy guitar parts that cross over into pop. In this video, I want to share with you a perfect example of this. The song is Nothing But a Woman. It's in the key of C, and the opening riff starts off like this. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're beginning on this double stop here, and I broke out my Strat for this video. It's just a great Strat song. We've got 5 on the 4th string and 5 on the 3rd string. I play that with just my index finger there. And that's starting on the and of 1. This riff begins on the offbeat there. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, so 1 and then on beat 2, we play the 6th fret on the 5th string up to the 7th fret on the 5th string. And then we play the 5th fret on the 4th string up to the 8th fret, and then we play that double stop again. So it's basically a 1-bar pattern here. It goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then that rings over to the next measure, and then you start again. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so on and so forth. Now that's coming out of a classic guitar shape. Jimi Hendrix used it a lot, like in Wind Cries Mary. And it comes actually from a bigger shape, a parent shape, which looks like this. Now, if you don't understand how to connect chords and riffs together so you have a framework for playing rhythm and lead anywhere on the neck, then go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. This is the easiest and the fastest way to understand the fretboard so you can play licks just like this in any style of music. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. So that's the opening riff, which is based off a C chord. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. Really C7, because you got this note there. Now that goes over and over for the intro. And then once the vocal comes in, we play it 8 times. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go to the 4 chord in the blues here. Now I do a little bit more advanced move here. It's a Jimi Hendrix thing where I play with the fretting hand thumb. So I play the 1st fret on the low E there. And if that's too hard, you can play the 3rd fret on the 4th string, which would sound like this. Or if you want to drop that low bass note, it sounds like this. Just a little bit deeper tone. Again, if you're playing with a band, you might just want to do this. Either way, they both sound good. So what I'm doing here is playing that F root note and then 1 and 1 on the 3rd and 2nd strings. That's a double stop there. Up to 2 and 1 there. 2 on the 3rd string, 1 on the 2nd string. So it's, and then 3 and 3 with my ring finger on those same strings. So rhythmically, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and beat 4, you're hitting that. And then you jump back 1 and 2 and 3. And remember, we come in on the and a 1 with the 1st riff based around C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we go to the turnaround, which is a G. So what this is basically a 12-bar blues, but it's edited a little bit. And this is what so many songs are based on. You know, when you understand the fundamental principles of the blues, then you can look at songs and just be like, oh, I see this pattern underneath, boom, it all makes sense. Oh, this is just a slight change here, this is a slight change there. But you identify the core of what it is, which again is the blues. So once you know those fundamental principles, then playing all these songs gets so much easier. So let me put this together now. I'm gonna play this C 8 times, then go to the F, then go back to the C twice. So it's like 8, then go to the F for 2 bars, and then back to C for 2 bars. Then we'll cover the final turnaround. Here's what it sounds like so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now we get to the turnaround section, which is based around a G7 to an F7 back to a C7. Again, this is all just standard blues stuff. Here we're gonna go. Okay, so some cool double stops here. This sounds almost like Freddie King, right? We've got the 3rd fret here on the 3rd and 2nd strings, hammering to the 4th fret with the middle finger on the 3rd string. Then 5 and 5, then 3 and 3, back to 4 and 3. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we do a similar thing, shifting it down 2 frets, but we add this note. So that's the 3rd fret on the 4th string. So putting those two together, classic blues guitar, right? So then 1, back to C twice. So that's it. That's how the song works. It just goes over and over, sings the verses, then they play solos on top. There's a ripping saxophone solo that goes on top. Check out the music video. There's this girl dancing around playing saxophone, killing it. And then the guitar solos happen, the vocals go over this, but it's just the same thing over and over. So let's put it together. We're gonna play the entire blues form. Get set, I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. There you have it. That's a quick breakdown of Nothing But a Woman. Such a cool blues groove. And remember that all of these guitar parts are coming out of simple shapes that move around the entire fretboard. And if you don't understand how this works for rhythm and lead, then to really put it all together, go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and get your hands on my free fretboard guide PDF. This is hands down going to be the most powerful system you ever see for understanding the fretboard, and I put it all on one page. I've been teaching it for over 25 years and it's held up like a charm. You can get it completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide and grab that now as my gift to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you might like this one next.